Yes.
Well, good evening, everyone, and I hope you all are quite well. And welcome to actually, as a Bengali, we feel very proud and welcome to International Mother Language Day. So, and beside this, I am very mournful about the matter. I mean, about fire-burn tragedy of Chowk Bajar in Bangladesh. So, we pray to Almighty and may Allah gives them patience. The relatives of them who died today. Well, actually, today I am going to start one of the topic plastid, and especially one plastid, chloroplast, because I got some request from some of my students, those who are studying in class standard 5 or 6. So they requested me to explain about the plastid or especially chloroplast. That's why actually my today's session about chloroplast. Well, that's why before starting about chloroplast, I just want to mention one thing: some of the differences between plants and animal cell. You know what is cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of life, and every organism in the world made by cell. Okay, so the living things, if we talk about living things, it may be plants, it may be animals. So there are animal cell and plant cell, like I'm writing here. Well, so let's discuss about animal cell and plant cell. So why actually I'm doing this? Why I am drawing or I am doing this diagram to show or to find out some of the differences. Okay, between plant cell and animal cell. At first, you may see I have drawn an animal cell. It's not like exactly a box type. Okay, I mean animal cell. Their shape, size may vary. Okay, different many times, different. Okay, so and the plant cell, especially the size of plant cell, box type, and in animal cell, this is cell membrane. Cell membrane, but in plant cell, before cell membrane, there is another layer, outside layer. This is called cell wall. I mean, it shows that there is no cell wall in animal cell, and in plant cell there is a cell wall. Outside, this is the outer layer of the cell. Animal cell, the nucleus, you know that nucleus in cell there is nucleus, especially there's some exception like in red blood cell there's no any nucleus, but so in animal cell nucleus in the middle of the cell, at the center of the cell. But in plant cell the nucleus at the corner of the cell. So, do you know the reason why in plant cell the nucleus are not at the center or not in the middle? I mean, it is at the corner of the plant cell. Maybe one reason can be in plant cell there is a large permanent vacuole. The vacuole surrounds and takes the place, 80% place of the plant cell. That's why in plant cell, the nucleus at the corner spatially. But in animal cell, there's not any permanent vacuole, temporary vacuole sometimes, nor not large, sometimes small vacuole, are not all the time present. Okay, but in plant cell, there is a large permanent vacuole. So how many differences already we have got? That is the shape and the shape of plant cell and the position of nucleus and the position of nucleus in plant cell. Difference, dissimilar. And there is a vacuole, large permanent vacuole in animal cell. There is no any large permanent vacuole. In plant cell, there is a cell wall. In animal cell, there's no any cell wall. And the things I'm going to discuss today, right now, that is chloroplast. There are different types of organelles in plant or animal cell. I'm not going to show the each and every organelles of plant or animal cell. I'm not going to draw any typical plant cell or animal cell. In plant cell, there is a chloroplast. It is one kind of organelle and not only very important organelle of plant cell, and that's why the 99% plants in the world are green. But animal cell, there's no any. What is? There's no any chloroplast. There are many organelles, mitochondria, Golgi body, Golgi apparatus, different types of organelles are present. I'm just going to discuss today the chloroplast. That's why I have shown the differences. So this chloroplast I will be discussed today. Okay, now let us talk. So already I have got one comments that somebody wrote, what is plastid? Very nice question. I'm just going to discuss now the plastid. So plastid, my today's topic is plastid. Plastid is an important organelle of plant cell or algal cell. Understand? And it has a very important significance because what can I tell that plastid, uh, there are the functions of plastid to produce and to store food and cause charming and colorful appearance of the plants. So is it okay? Plastid is an important organelle of a plant cell or algal cell, and the function of plastid is to produce and store food and cause charming and colorful appearance of plants. Now, I would like to tell. Well, so I'm going to discuss about plastid now. So we should better know. So if we know who invented, especially most probably 1886, W. Skinker first coined the name plastid and discovered plastid in plant cell. Okay, now based on color or based on presence or absence of pigment or color, usually or especially plastids are divided into three categories. Number one, chloroplast. Number 2, chromoplast. And number 3, leucoplast. Leucoplast. Actually, I don't know, are you listening properly or not? So if you have any problem, like you are not seeing my writings, or you are not listening or not hearing my voice, so you may write through comments, no problem. So let us know again, what is plastid? Plastid is an important organelle of a plant cell or animal cell. Sorry, plant cell and algal cell. And the function of plastid is to produce and store food and cause charming and colorful appearance of the plants. And 1886, W. Skimper first coined plastid, and based on absence or presence of the color or pigment. Plastid, spatially, 3 categories. Number 1, chloroplast. Number 2, chromoplast. And number 3, leucoplast. And today, now, I'm going to discuss about chloroplast. That was the request from my student. Okay? Now, so let us discuss the structure. Before that, I have to tell what is chloroplast. Chloroplast is green color plastid. As there are 3 types of plastic, chloroplast is green color plastid because there are some colorful, there are some colorless, and there are some green color plastids are available in plant cell. So chloroplast is green color plastid, and it is very, very important organelle. I mean, is very important plastid among other plastid because chloroplast directly involved to the photosynthesis. That's why it has much more significance. Okay, and photosynthesis, and usually in a cell, maybe 20 to 50 chloroplasts are found, most probably. Well, so now let's talk about the we will discuss only about chloroplast today. And as I told that chloroplast is a green color plastid. So nobody is asking me why the chloroplast is green color. So the reason is that chloroplast is green because of having chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a green color pigment. So having chlorophyll, the color of chloroplast is usually green. That's why chloroplast looks green. Okay, now let us discuss, or let us see the structure of chloroplast. This is one layer, I'm giving another one. So I may start from first. Now, see, chloroplast, there are different, it has ultrastructure. Okay, some another parts, some more parts inside the chloroplast. Actually, see, the things is very interesting that chloroplast is one kind of plastid, and plastid is the organelle of plant cell. And in chloroplast, the knowledge is not limited up to these. We have to know there are more other structure inside the chloroplast. What are these? Chloroplast, actually, the first thing of the chloroplast is membrane. So the chloroplast, each chloroplast is surrounded by double layer membrane. That is, it is outer layer. It is outer layer. And then inside, this is inner layer. This is inner layer. And then, so what is this? The first structure is that the membrane. What type of membrane? Each chloroplast is surrounded by double layer membrane. The outer one is outer. This is outer layer membrane, and that is inner layer. And then, what are these? I can write these are. Sorry. In my device, the shortage of battery, I have to plug in. Okay, let us draw it first, then I'll just subsequently, I will. So, lack of lighting, maybe you face some problem to see the diagram or every labeling. That's why actually I'm very sorry to tell. So I'll try within very short time to provide some of the uh, good quality lights for the board writing or my presentation or my class. Okay. Then another matter is that now what I'm doing, these are the watery substances like cytoplasm, like nucleoplasm. Okay, watery, protein-rich substances. Now let me do the labeling. Already I have written this is a double layer membrane, outer layer, inner layer, and one thing is still I did not tell. That means the space between the outer layer and the inner layer is called periplastid space. I mean the space between outer layer and the inner. Oh, that's very nice. I have got some of my student already. Sohani, hi. Farhan Kabir, how are you? Very good. So International Mother Language Day, welcoming, and okay. So very good. Really, I'm very happy by getting my students. Okay. So now already I told that is the outer layer and that is inner layer of the chloroplast, and inside the outer layer and inside I mean, between outer layer and inner layer, there is another space that is called periplastidal space. Now, actually, we have to remember sometimes we just listen the class or we just listen, but after that we have I mean that is our behavioral, our what is nature. We used to forget some of the things. So what that plastid, then I'm just now discussing chloroplast. Now, what are the structure? Number one, already I told, that is membrane. Membrane, okay. Already I draw the figure, I have drawn, that is chloroplast. And this is my request, those who are watching, that you just must try to understand, okay. So, because at last we will go to the summary or we will review that what I told, plastid. Plastid is an important organelle of a plant cell, and chloroplast is one kind of the green plastid, and it has some of the structure. Already, I'm just going to explain. Okay, finished membrane. Now, let's talk about stroma. Stroma, what is this? I told, like in animal or plant cell, there are inside cell membrane or nucleus, there are jelly-like fluid. Okay. Oh, my shortage of battery. So I have to plug in because my device is knocking me to attach the battery. Just wait, I'm very sorry to be late. Okay, so what was I'm telling? That there are some jelly fluid, jelly types of fluid that is called, I mean cytoplasm, or in the jelly fluid of nucleus is called nucleoplasm. So by this way, in chloroplast, there are some watery protein-rich ground substance is called stroma. So what can be? These are stroma. Then I'm going to next membrane, stroma, then thylakoids. Thylakoids. Okay. So thylakoids means there are well, so what was I'm telling? Thylakoid, the third number structure. In chloroplast, I mean inside the chloroplast, or especially in the stroma, okay, a number of flattened sacs bounded by pigments. This is called thylakoids. Thylakoids. And then, so what I have got? Membrane, stroma, thylakoid. So another thing I just forgot to tell you, the stroma sometimes it is called matrix. Sometimes it is called matrix. Oh, one of my students already told, where is chlorophyll absorbed? No, actually, where is chlorophyll not absorbed? Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight. I'm just coming. I will explain everything because I told that in the chloroplast all the time contain chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is green color pigment. Understand? So chlorophyll is green color pigment. And because of having chlorophyll, the chloroplast is green. Because you have to understand that plastid, there are different types of plastid. I told already, maybe you were not present on that time. You were not in online, that's why you know. I am discussing plastid, and there are three types of plastid, especially the chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. And chloroplast is the plastid that contain chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is a green color pigment. That's why chloroplast looks green. That is the fact. Okay. So having chlorophyll, the chloroplast in green. And what is the function of chloroplast? On that time it will become, because chloroplast just light absorb light and energy, and just what does it do? And converts into biological energy. That is the fact. Chloroplast produce because the photosynthesis process is possible only for chloroplast in plants. That is the fact. Okay, so now I'm going to my next. Thylakoids, that is a number of flattened sacs found in the stroma. Okay, now next, what was I telling? Grana or granum. That is grana. Whenever, many thylakoids, okay, that will be like that actually. The thylakoids usually lies in a stacks and arranged. Whenever the thylakoid lies in a stack, on that time it is called granum. Actually, in a chloroplast, usually how many? In a chloroplast, maybe 40 to 60 granum are found in a chloroplast. So this is granum. Next, so there is another structure of chloroplast, that is, you are seeing already what I told. These are the granum, this is thylakoids, stroma, periplastidyl space, outer layer, inner layer. Okay, stroma or matrix. Sometimes it comes, so people doesn't know what part of the chloroplast is matrix. The stroma is called matrix. Then another thing is that you are seeing some of the interconnected tubular membrane in the chloroplast. Whenever the grana or granum are connected, they are interconnected with tubular membrane. This is called stroma lamellum. This is called stroma lamellum. So last one. This is called stroma lamellum. Well, so already just go to the, there is another in chloroplast, there are some DNA loop, and there are some ribosome, and this is starch. Maybe now the question comes that why? Because if you talk or if we tell about the chemical composition of chloroplast, on that time, the chloroplast, especially chloroplast, contain chlorophyll. Chloroplast contain contain carotenoid. Chloroplast contain lipid, protein, chlorophyll, carotenoid, some RNA, DNA. These are the chemical structure of the chloroplast. And chloroplast contain in a very low percentage of carbohydrates. And the carbohydrates are found in chloroplast are called starch and some what is sugar phosphates. Okay, actually these are the starch found in chloroplast, and it contains ribosome, it contains DNA. So this is the structure of chloroplast. So just come from first. Again, what is plastid? Plastid is an important organelle of plant or algal cell, and there are three types of plastid: chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. And today I discussed about chloroplast. Chloroplast is a green color plastid. Green color plastid, and it contains chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green color pigment. So it has a very vital significance because chloroplast do the process photosynthesis. You know about photosynthesis. It's the process through which plants make their own food. Okay, plants actually take food from the soil, water and minerals. Plants take from the soil, and also plants make their or manufacture their own food through the process of photosynthesis. On that time, the green plants of the parts, especially leaves, in leaves there are chloroplast. Chloroplast just trap or absorb the sunlight, and also take the carbon dioxide from the air and take water from the soil. Okay, so they mix together and produce foods like glucose and oxygen, and this oxygen actually we take. Okay, we breathe and we survive. Okay, that is the thing. That's why the chloroplast has a vital significance. And then chloroplast, usually in a plant cell there are 20 to 50 chloroplasts available, but only one chloroplast, this is very important to remember, but only one chloroplast is in algal cell, may be present. Okay, so the structure of chloroplast. So it is each chloroplast is a double layer membrane. That there is outer layer, inner layer, and the space between outer and inner layer is called periplastidal space. And there is a watery protein-rich grounded substance is called stroma or matrix, and then thylakoids are the there is a number of what is flattened sacs bounded by pigments. So this is thylakoids, and whenever the thylakoids usually lie in a stacks, on that time it is called granum, and the granums are interconnected with a tubular membrane that is called stroma lamellum. And also there is DNA, there is ribosome, there is starch. Okay, and the chemical composition of a chloroplast is that it contains chlorophyll, it contains protein, lipid, it contains carotenoids. Okay, then another method is that what I already wrote maybe. Another matter is that it has some carbohydrate. Very low percentage of carbohydrate are found in chloroplast, and they are actually starch and sugar phosphates. That is. So at last we can tell about the functions. What are the functions? The functions, especially you know very well, chloroplast do the photosynthesis. Chloroplast, I mean. Absorb light energy and convert to biochemical energy. Chloroplast produce ATP, chloroplast produce oxygen, chloroplast produce, I mean the breaking down of six carbon glucose atoms, and chloroplast. So many different functions actually provided by chloroplast, and other functions like synthesis of fatty acid. Okay, these are the things. So this is all about chloroplast. So I can finish one thing is that another two chloroplasts that already I have rubbed, the chromoplast and leucoplast. So I told at first there are different colorful chloroplastid, colorless plastid, and green plastid. Green plastid is chloroplast, And colorless plastid, it is called leucoplast. It is colorless. And colorful, that is chromoplast. Chromoplast actually, especially the pigment is red, yellow, brown, or what is orange. Okay, that is so chromoplast actually found and available in the parts of flower, because this pigment attract the agents for pollination. And also chromoplast is found not only in flowers but also in fruit to attract the agents to do the seed dispersal. That's why in flower and fruits, the chromoplasts are available. The pigments are the xanthophylls. The pigments are carotenoids. Okay, and the leucoplast, it is found in especially embryonic cell, seed cells, the underground stems. Okay, so but it's colorless, under stems or the roots, the color of these, they are actually colorless, and the seed and the embryonic cells, the ovary, they are especially colorless. So in this part of the plants the leucoplasts are present. But one thing is that whenever in the touch of light, leucoplast sometimes becomes colorful sometimes. Okay, it's rare. So this is about plastid. So I'm just going to finish my discussion plastid today. And I had another request yesterday that to discuss the urinary system. So today maybe time is not comments. Okay. So thank you very much. So at last I can tell, if you have any question, if you have any query, if you have any what is interest to know some of the things or about the ultrastructure of these today's stage, ultrastructure of today's topic, so you may ask. Okay, you may write through comments. So I will try to give you the answer. I will try to make you understand how much I can. I can try my level best. So I'm just requesting you. I do not know. Oh, now my another student joined, Susanna. Hi, Miss. How are you? Yes, I'm very fine. And already you are very unlucky that I have finished my topic today. I discussed about chloroplast, one of the plastid, one of the organelles of plant cell. So already I have finished. I am at the what is last of my session. So but if you want to know anything, you can ask me. I discussed chloroplast today about plastid. Okay, so very good. Some of my students joined and watched my video. Okay, so those who are watching, if you have any query, any question about chloroplast, about plastid, about photosynthesis, you may ask. Actually, no problem. I'll try my level best to. Okay, so I think I should finish. I should finish now. So one of request, I mean, somebody asked me what is plastid. I already told plastid is an important organelle of plant cell. And Sohani Toniha, yes, hi, Sohani, miss, yes. So Farhan Kabir, yes, Farhan Kabir already asked me where is chlorophyll absorbed. I just told, answered, and now Susanna just newly joined. She asked me, how are you? Yes, I'm fine. Okay, so thank you. No mood today. So all the best and take care and stay fine. So bye. Thank you very much and stay happy. Have a nice dream.